Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hand.
Morning kids, morning families. I hope you're all well today. Good to see you with us again. So this morning we're going to carry on talking about Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love Christmas. I love getting ready. I love counting down the number of sleeps until Father Christmas comes and brings us lovely presents. So I hope you've been doing your Christmas prep. So we've put our Christmas tree up here at home, and we've also written our Christmas cards, and we started to wrap up our presents. So it's quite exciting. So I wonder what you've been doing today or this week connected with Christmas. So today we're going to talk about Christmas and celebrating Christmas because Jesus came to save the world. It remains true that Jesus came to earth to show us the way. He showed us the way to God and to die for us on the cross so that we could have access to God again. And that is the only reason that he laid aside his glory and took on the body of a human being, complete with all our weakness, and actually became one of us. This is an amazing truth that we need to remember for ourselves again. Okay, so to start off this session today, I thought we'd do a couple of games. So the first one, you can have 2 minutes to complete. So I'm going to ask you a question. Then I want you to put the video on pause. I want you to do what I asked you to do for 2 minutes, and then come back at the end and we'll see where we are. Okay, so this is your question. You've got 2 minutes to write down as many Christmas carols or Christmas songs that you can think of. Okay, so off you go. You've got 2 minutes. Press pause on the video and then come back when you've done. Okay, kids, I hope that was good. So 2 minutes is now up. So hopefully you've got written down Christmas carols and Christmas songs. Now I actually did this for 2 minutes and I came up with 12 Christmas carols. So I want you to add up how many songs or carols you've got written down and have a point for each. Then if you've got one that I've got on my list, you can have a bonus point for each one. Okay, so here's my list of 12 that I came up with. Away in a Manger, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, O Come All Ye Faithful, We Three Kings, Angels in the Realms of Glory, O Little Town of Bethlehem, Silent Night, Once in Royal David's City, Holy Night, While Shepherds Watched Their Flocks by Night, Come and Join the Celebration, and The First Noel. Okay, so add up your scores. Remember, add up how many you got, and then a bonus point for every one that was the same as mine. Okay, so hopefully you're in double figures and you've got a good score. And if you want to share it with me, then feel free to drop us an email or a text and let me know how many you got. Okay, brilliant. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He's higher than the skyscraper, and He's deeper than the submarine. He's wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. 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 And He holds us in His hands.
Okay, everyone, your next challenge is a true or false quiz. So once again, get your pen, get your paper at the ready. I'm going to ask you some questions and I just want you to write down true or false. And then at the end, I'll give you the answers and we'll see how many you got right. Okay, it's got 13 questions. So you've got potentially the opportunity to win 13 points. Okay, question 1. Christmas Day is on the 25th of December. True or false? Question 2. Some people don't celebrate Christmas until the end of January. Is that true or false? Question 3. Christmas is all about receiving presents. Is that true or false? Question 4. At Christmas, we remember that Jesus was born. Is that true or false? Question 5. Jesus was born in a stable. Is this true or false? Question 6. An angel told some shepherds to visit Jesus. Is that true or false? Question 7. 3 kings visited Jesus. Is that true or false? Question 8. A star appeared on the night Jesus was born. Is this true or false? Question 9. Jesus is the Son of God. Is that true or false? Question 10. You should only give presents to people that you like. Is that true or false? Question 11. Everybody gets Christmas Day as a holiday. Is that true or false? Question 12. Jesus was born on the 25th of December. Is that true or false? And question 13. Jesus came into the world so that he could die for us. Is that true or false? Okay, so I had 13 questions there. So we'll move on now. Just give you a bit of time and then we'll move on to the answers. Okay, and here's the answers to the true and false quiz. So question 1. Christmas Day is on the 25th of December. Yep, so hopefully you've got the answer there as true. Question 2. Some people don't celebrate Christmas until the end of January. Is that true or false? The answer is false. We all celebrate Christmas, don't we, on the 25th of December. Question 3. Christmas is all about receiving presents. Now this answer is false, because it's not just about receiving presents, is it? There's a much bigger and more important meaning, that Jesus was born, and that's what we celebrate. Which leads on to question 4. At Christmas, we remember that Jesus was born. And of course that's true. Question 5. Jesus was born in a stable. The answer to this is a bit of a trick question. It's actually false. It's because the Bible doesn't say where he was born, only that he wasn't born at the inn. Okay, question 6. An angel told some shepherds to visit Jesus. That was true. The 3 kings visited Jesus. Now this also could be a trick question. It's also false, because we don't actually know how many kings visited Jesus. All we know is they had 3 gifts. Question 8. A star appeared the night Jesus was born. That's true. Question 9. Jesus is the Son of God. Yes, that is true. Question 10. You should only give presents to people that you like. Now this is false, because what we should do is give presents to people that need them and really appreciate them. Question 11. Everybody gets Christmas Day as a holiday. Now this is false, because we need doctors and nurses, don't we, and people like that to work on Christmas Day to look after us. Question 12. Jesus was born on the 25th of December. This is also false. We don't actually know the day he was born, but people decided long ago that the 25th of December was the day we were going to celebrate his birth, whenever it was. Question 13. Jesus came into the world so that he could die for us. That is absolutely true. That was the whole reason he came onto this earth, so that we could understand him, get to know him, and that he could die for us, and that we could accept this and live with Jesus forever in heaven. Okay, so out of those 13 questions, how many did you get right? Did you do well? If you got over 10, well done, great job. Okay, and what we're going to do now is tell a story, and hopefully that will answer some of the questions if you got them wrong. Okay, we're now going to read the story of Mary and Joseph going into Bethlehem. Now, if you're at home or somewhere where you've got some Play-Doh or pens and paper, then while I'm reading the story, what you could do, you could make the characters out of Play-Doh, or you could draw the characters on a bit of paper. Okay, so let's start the story. One day, a girl called Mary was on her own when an angel came to her. Mary was frightened, but the angel told her that she was going to have a baby, a special baby. Her baby would be God's son. Mary was excited and a bit frightened, and she told her boyfriend Joseph. Joseph wasn't pleased at all. But then he had a dream, and in his dream, an angel told him to marry Mary. A few months later, Mary and Joseph had to go to Bethlehem because the government wanted a list of all the people in the country. It was a long journey, and Mary and Joseph went by a donkey. Mary was just about to have her baby, and while they were in Bethlehem, the time came for the baby to be born. Mary and Joseph had nowhere to sleep. All the hotels were full up because so many people had come to register their names. And in the end, they stayed in a very poor place. There were animals in the room where the baby was born, and Mary wrapped him in white cloth. That's what people used to do in those days, and they put him in the animal's manger to keep him warm in the hay. That same night, as Mary held her baby, God's son, for the very first time, there were shepherds in the hills around Bethlehem watching their sheep. They were poor men, and it was a cold night. Some of them were asleep by the fire, and some were keeping a watch out for wild animals. Suddenly, an angel appeared in the sky, shining bright. The shepherds sat up trembling. The angel said, "Don't be afraid. I have come to you with good news. A child has been born in Bethlehem. He will be your saviour when he grows up. He is God's son. You must go and find him. You will know I am telling you the truth, because you will find him wrapped in swaddling clothes and laying in a manger." Suddenly the sky was full of angels, and they were all praising God, singing, "Glory to God in the highest, on earth peace, goodwill to all men." The shepherds hurried down to Bethlehem, and they found the baby, just as the angels had told them. They worshipped the baby because they believed he was God's son. Mary was amazed, and she never forgot Jesus' first night. When Jesus grew up, he began to teach people what God was like. And one day, he died on a cross. Mary was there too, and she knew that this was her son, and this is the reason he had been born. He had to die to take the punishment for all the things all the people in the world do that are wrong. But then Jesus rose from the dead and came back to life, and he is still alive today, healing people to get to know God for themselves. When Mary was an old lady, she had a friend called Luke, and she told him all that she could remember about what had happened when Jesus was born. Luke was a clever man, and he decided to write a book about Jesus' life, so that people who had not met Jesus could learn about him. That book is still in the Bible today, and it's how we know what happened when Jesus was alive, and it helps us learn more about Jesus. So that's the story of Christmas, the story of Jesus and why he came. So when you celebrate this Christmas, remember that and sing to joy to God.
Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too little, little for his care. Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too idly, widdly for his care. Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too incy, wincy for his care. Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too teeny, weeny for his care. He's the God of the big, the God of the little, the God of the stuff, somewhere in the middle, the King of moving mountains, loves you more than you will ever know. Oh, oh, nothing's too big, big, big for his power, nothing's too little, little for his care. Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too idly, widdly for his care. Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too incy, wincy for his care. Nothing's too big, big, big for his power. Nothing's too teeny, weeny for his care. He's the God of the big, the God of the little, the God of the stuff, somewhere in the middle, the King of moving mountains, loves you more than you will ever know. Oh, oh, nothing's too big, nothing's too small, nothing's too much, he cares for it all. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small, nothing's too much, he cares for it all. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small, nothing's too much, he cares for it all. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small, nothing's too much, he cares for it all. He's the God of the big, the God of the little, the God of the stuff. Somewhere in the middle, the King of moving mountains loves you more than you will ever know. Whoa. Hey, ho. Hey, ho. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, too. Whoa, gentleness, and self-control. We got spirit, how about you? We got spirit, how about you? We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the spirit. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah. This is how we live. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the spirit. You said only God can give. It's easy to get mad when things don't go your way. It's easy to get angry when a bad day. It's easy to be mean instead of be wrong. It's easy to complain when you just don't get along. There's a better way. The Spirit can help you when you pray. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah. This is how we live. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. You said only God can give. It's easy to be selfish when you need to give away. It's easy to run when you know you need to stay. It's easy to quit instead of staying till the end. It's easy to argue instead of speaking like a friend. There's a better way. The Spirit can help you when you pray. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah. This is how we live. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. You said only God can give. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, too. Woo-hoo. Gentleness and self-control. We got spirit, how about you? We got spirit, how about you? Yeah, yeah, of spirit. There's a better way. God will help you each and every day. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah. This is how we live. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. You said only God can give. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah. This is how we live. We got the fruit, yeah, yeah, the fruit of the Spirit. You said only God can give. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, too. Woo-hoo. Gentleness and self-control. We got spirit, how about you? We got spirit, how about you?
Hi kids, so now it's time for the craft. So you should have the pack that I put through your doors. So if you get your Christmas pack out, and today we're making Christmas crackers. So the first thing you need to do is you'll have a cardboard cracker. Now what we're going to do is colour that in, and then we're going to come back and assemble the cracker. Okay, so if you go off now, colour in your cracker, and then I'll go and colour mine in, and then we'll come back later and assemble it. All right, and I'll see you soon. Okay guys, good to see you again. So now we've got the cracker coloured in. So hopefully you've done yours too. And now we're going to start to assemble the cracker. So within the cracker there were also some instructions. So we'll go through those now and assemble the cracker together. Okay, so we've got the cracker and we're going to turn it over on the inside. Then you'll need the joke, the hat, the snap. And what you need to get is that middle bit in the middle of the cracker. And then also the chocolate I gave you, so that I've got a coin. I think I gave you some heroes in yours. Okay, when we've got all those things in, we need to push it together. And there's 3 cardboard slots. And you just put those into each other like that. So that's the first one. There's the second one. And here is the third one. Okay, just be careful when you do it, you don't rip it. Okay, so when we've got that together, what we need to do is push the bits of the cracker together like that. And then you've got 2 bits of ribbon. So you get 1 bit of ribbon and you tie it around one end. Pull it tight so nothing falls out that you've put in the cracker. There we go. And then we can just make a bow to make it look a bit nicer. And then we'll do the same this end. Once again, just lift it up gently so nothing falls out. Once again, tie it round. If you're struggling to tie it, you can get one of your family members to give you some assistance. Okay, and then when we've tied it together, there we go. We've got a finished cracker. Enjoy pulling your cracker at Christmas, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great